Hey friends, welcome to Chine Coaching. Rob here. Today we're going to talk about mistakes and lessons learned that students have when they find and move amongst their housing here in America. These are some great friends that recently graduated. Congrats guys, it was fun seeing them graduate last week. They're just getting ready to move for their jobs, and so yeah, introduce yourselves.
Hi guys, I'm Vineet Sanket. So I graduated in Masters of Information Technology and Management. So I'm a Fall 16 student here. Basically, I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Hello friends, I'm Sanket Desai. I am a graduate and I did my Masters from Information Technology and Management from JSOM. I enrolled for the 2016 batch. I'm from Mumbai and right now ready to move out from Dallas.
Thanks for joining this video guys. If you're new here at Chine Coaching, we like to post weekly videos that help international students be more successful, so be sure to subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications, and if you like these videos, like them, share them, and yeah, we're gonna jump in and share some great stuff about living and moving apartments here in America. So tomorrow, Vineet is gonna be moving to Los Angeles for his OPT job, and in a couple weeks,
1 week from now,
he's going to be moving to Virginia, the DC area. So really proud of these guys. They've studied hard, they've got jobs. It's been fun to see. But we're going to learn about housing and living in America as a student. So you guys faced a couple issues. What were maybe some of the mistakes or lessons learned that you want to share with current or incoming students so that maybe they can not make the same mistakes that you guys had to learn the hard way?
First is keep your house clean.
Why is that important to keep your house clean?
Because I feel if you don't keep your house clean, then you have all the issues of bed bugs and roaches, which we faced in McCallum Crossing.
Okay.
Second, when you leave the apartment, make sure you clean the apartment and leave the apartment exactly how they gave you.
Perfect.
Perfect. I mean, you shouldn't
Paka not kacha.
Yeah, and if you have, like the first thing is the inspection. So I think the leasing office, they
gives
give
you
you
2 days.
gives you 2 days to inspect the entire
apartment.
So inspect each and every part of your apartment. If there is something wrong,
There's
report
a
it.
form you fill out, right?
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
form you fill out.
The inventory condition form.
Yeah.
So we'll have a link below and up above where you guys can click to see how to properly fill that out, and that's going to help save you money.
So you need to report all those things, because in McCallum Crossings we failed to report 1 or 2 things. We thought it is just a minor thing, doesn't matter. So after 6 months when we were leaving the house, they charged us for the same.
Same thing.
Yeah,
And we were new and
we didn't know this. No one told us, and they charged us for the same. So you need to make sure you check everything while you move in, and while you move out, clean everything. If there are any problems, minor problems, you should tell the community before moving out.
Yeah.
That this thing is damaged or anything that is which community is giving you the services or anything. You need to tell your community about it, raise a request,
And have a record of it too.
Yeah, and have a record of it too. Make sure you click a photo.
Then I would say, if possible, read your lease documents carefully, be aware of the terms,
Read all the fine print.
read all the fine print, and see if there are some intricate points where you might be fined and stuff like that. So try to avoid those things, try to be more aware of these things, read all the documents properly. If you face any problems in the apartment, just bring it at your community's notice, just get them aware of all the issues that you're facing so that they are fixed by them and you don't have to bear any fines or charges by the time you have to leave. So that's what I would suggest my fellow juniors.
Alright, so real quick, just in order, walk us through all the places you stayed from start to end.
McCallum Crossings, University Village, Northside 1, Northside 2, and Estates of Frankford.
So five total places. Yeah. Lots of experience.
Okay, to start with, once we got the admits, it was very difficult, first of all, to find an apartment over here, because first of all, the websites are not at all responsive. And again, you have to call at India timing. I mean, you have to call at night, stay awake around 2 or 3, and then try to get connect to a call to US. So, and the pictures that were shown on the websites, they give us a furnished apartment and we see, okay, this is a stellar deal, and we book it. Yeah, so that was the initial problem. So we started off in McCallum Crossings.
Okay.
So
I remember that place.
Yeah, so it was a 1 bed. It was a 1 bed apartment. And the 3 of us were on these. Ari Sanket, and there was 1 more guy called Prathamesh Muraskar. So we all used to stay over there. It was a good apartment, but McCallum community has a very big problem of roaches and bed bugs, and initially we suffered from the same.
The other thing, I would say the pros for the apartment were it's cheap rent. You are surrounded by many people who are from your same background. Most of them are from India, and majority of the people that you stay with are students, so that's a benefit. You get to connect with each one of them. You got to build your network, and those are some of the pros.
And the
Yes,
cons are, I mean, after
also-
11 you can't go out because you know
Yes.
you keep hearing the
There's a
news
safety
of
issue.
that people are getting mugged, students are getting mugged, so you don't know whenever it's your chance.
Like we heard of some situations where there was mugging the area that we were staying, and there's a huge safety issue. That's something that we are really concerned about. Safety comes first, and we were hunting for options where we could be at peace and concentrate and focus more on studies. That was the primary motive, and so that is something which got us to look out for options beyond McCallum.
Yeah, again, one more con of McCallum is that while we were leaving, so we initially signed for 6 months, and you have to give a 2-month period if you're leaving out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
2-month notice.
2-month notice to them. So I think we failed to give it in the last 2 months. We gave it in the last month. They fined us for the same. Apart from that, while we left the apartment, we already told them about the roaches problem. They used to come once in 2 weeks or maybe once in a month. It didn't help. We tried from our side. It didn't help. So while we left the apartment, they charged us around $600-700
without a bill, without a proper
without a proper bill, and
they didn't have much explanation of all the charges.
And they even charged us for bedbugs. We didn't have any bedbugs while we left the apartment. I think even you were there.
Yeah.
So
they were definitely cheating you guys.
So we didn't feel like this is right. So the next apartment we moved to was University Village.
Okay.
Yes.
Which I would say
on campus.
On campus, on campus apartments. It's very difficult to get on campus apartments, but if you get it, I think it's the best.
It's one of the best things.
Yeah, I mean, you stay in the university, it's safe, sound, and again, you can access gym, you can access library for all.
It's very accessible.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to wait for the McCallum buses, which stops at 11.
It's very accessible, and the place where we were staying, it was right behind activity center, so it was very close to the gym as well as our classes at JSAW. Plus, there was a 24/7 access to the library, which was very helpful. And the other thing that we were able to address was the safety thing. The campus is always secured, and I think for me, it is one of the best places that I've ever stayed, apart from the multiple places that we stayed in these 2 years. A huge tip for all the students coming in, if they happen to find for apartments, try to enroll early to university apartments and try to get on-campus housing, because that's highly recommended. It's slightly expensive, but I would say that it's worth it.
So our lease was there for 6 months. We got for only 1 semester. We could get it extended.
Okay.
So we moved to Northside. So
brand new apartments.
Yeah, brand new apartments. I mean, we checked around like all the availability options or something, and we thought like it's a bit expensive from the rest of the apartments. But we saw like it was a 3-month lease at first for the summer.
Okay.
So we
It was
saw
just summer period.
It was just summer period. So we thought, okay, let's go. It was a furnished apartment.
And right next to campus.
Right next to campus. But that period was the best. I mean,
The best.
yeah.
Following university, if there is a second option, I would definitely recommend you Northside.
I would go Northside first if you can afford it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
way cooler.
It's expensive than university.
And you guys were phase 1 first, right?
Yeah, we were on phase 1, and I think now it has developed to phase 3 and phase 4. So by the time we came, it was just phase 1 and phase 2.
Yes.
And it was great living over there. The community is great. The leasing office, the clubhouse, and they have their own TV.
Amenities.
Yeah, they have their
Restaurants in there. Shops.
Yes, the community has restaurants, 24/7 access to the clubhouse, 24/7 access to the gym. Good,
They have
nice
their own
community,
auditorium.
nice service as
Yeah.
well. I mean, you just need to raise a request for maintenance, and they would definitely attend you ASAP. And it's slightly expensive than University Village, but I would say again, it's worth it. I mean, in terms of safety, in terms of all the amenities that you get for the money that you're paying, it's worth it. So that was our experience in Northside phase 1. Sadly, like, it was a 3 months lease and we had to move out, but we were lucky enough to get a lease
for another
extension
6 months.
for another 6 months.
For 1 year actually.
In phase 2, right?
Yeah, so in phase 2, so we got a new apartment, and so we booked it for 1 year, and it was great because
it was slightly bigger.
Yeah, it was slightly bigger. It was a studio.
condo.
It was a studio apartment. So it was bigger. It was a bit more expensive, but I think we loved it. That's why we planned to take those apartments.
The amenities and the facilities that we got on phase 2 were the same. as we were getting it earlier. It just with the phase 2, it was a bigger apartment and slightly much more room for every one of us in the apartment, as well as with the phase 2 being developed, they started opening up more and more restaurants around the community, as well as
7-Eleven.
yeah, 7-Eleven, and then there was ice cream shops and some restaurant bars around. So there was a lot of buzz and a lot of cool things happening around. Those days were fun. I mean, with
Awesome.
Northside 1 and 2.
Then we moved to Estates of Frankfurt.
And that's where we're at now.
Yes.
So yeah, Estates of Frankfurt, I think it's a good community.
It's a very good community.
Yeah, I mean the prices have escalated, you know. Like
Following the
from the time
demand.
we came, it wasn't that expensive,
Yeah.
but now
2 years ago, no students stayed here.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
now-
brought the bus route, and then in the last year, all the students
All the
started
students
coming.
have
And I would say the prices at estates are higher because of the safety issue at McCallum. People, students especially, don't prefer, I think, to stay in and around McCallum because of the safety thing. And estates have a lot of takers, so they have kind of like
Premium.
escalated the prices. But I would say, as far as the service and as far as the community is concerned, it's very nice. It is slightly cheaper than Northside, but as far as the amenities and the service maintenance, everything is concerned, they're pretty active, they're very proactive, pretty much worth your money.
Yeah.
So and on top of that, the community is gated, it is safe and secured. By far, like a really good choice if you happen to stay off campus, and if you are like not lucky enough to get an off-campus housing. So
Yeah. So now that you guys have stayed at 5 different places, what would you say is your top or favorite place?
I would go with Northside. Then I would go with University Village. Then I would go with Estates of Frankfurt.
Okay.
And then I would go with McCallum Crossing.
Okay.
for me, I would definitely choose University Village first, phase 3 apartment. Then would be Northside, and then would be Estates of Frankfurt. And I won't recommend anyone to stay at McCallum, so I won't count it.
Well, not McCallum Crossing.
Yeah, McCallum
There's a
Crossing.
couple of that are better. At
I mean, I
McCallum,
feel
yeah.
Ashwood is good.
Yes, I think
Ashwood is good.
Yeah.
is good.
You guys, this is great advice. Definitely follow their tips and advice because it's going to help you guys out. Yeah, they've learned the hard way. It was
Yes.
definitely, I remember being there with them, talking to management to try and figure these things
And
out.
Rob was a great help. Be it
McCallum
any kind of
Crossing,
movings,
movings and
all
shifting.
of our movings.
I think
Rob
it wouldn't
played
be
a key
possible
role.
if Rob wasn't there.
Yes,
And,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Be it like negotiating with the leasing management and everything, as well as moving the moving the stuff from here to there.
So don't be afraid to ask for help either. That's important.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there's people here to support you and that want to help you. You don't have to do it by yourself. And that's what Shine Coaching is all about. We want to see you guys be successful here in America. We want to help you out, learn from these guys so that they can help you out. And yeah, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment below, continue the conversation. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Shabash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
The 2016 batch.
Pause. Rod, put your pants back on. Come on. All right.
Yeah.
Do your intro again. So I'll say it.
I am a master's student. So sorry. I recently graduated.
Yeah. No, just say it again.
Okay.